John Reagan, #1. You opined that I was a bad YouTuber, which is perfectly fair. As good as my love note was, because it was good. It was very good. It did leave out some details. It covered everything that needed to be covered, but there were still details that were left. First of all, I applaud you. I applaud you, as I said in my comment, for drawing the comparison to Vloggerheads. I knew in the back of my head that it was inevitable. It was gonna happen. It wasn't until a couple of weeks ago that I even realized Vloggerheads was a Ning site as well. And it's good that it's happening, because there has to be the clarification. There needs to be that definition. And interestingly enough, you know, you're asking why. Why make another Vloggerheads? KRUMBINATION, the Ning site, is not another Vloggerheads. Vloggerheads, the community on YouTube that migrated over to Vloggerheads, you said it yourself, you know, it's all about vlogging. It's all about this. And as I stated, perhaps not clearly enough, I hate this. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. And I figure if I hate it as much as I do, because it fills the channels up with so much garbage that it's hard for anybody else to be seen with their scripted content, their scripted vlog, their quality vlog, because too many people just... So yeah, and then I had this thing at this other place earlier. You know, nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see that. But that's everywhere you turn. That's what's on YouTube. The point of KRUMBINATION is to get away from that. Get as far away from that as possible. And yes, I know it's extraordinarily ironic that I have to come back to it to talk about KRUMBINATION. But like I said, I do respect it. I just don't like it. It says in every single page of KRUMBINATION, a little text box that says, no vlogs allowed. Simple as that. The exception to the rule, as there always is an exception, is creatively produced, likely scripted vlog. We've done a Pocablog here before. Billo, Angry Punk Bronx Kid on YouTube. He is doing something called Dear Vloggity, which at its heart is kind of a vlog, but it's more of a vlog inspired internet show, and it's genius what he's doing with it. So there are exceptions to the rule as far as that goes. But the point is that it's not. We're staying away from this. I don't want to call it a false community, but you've already seen what this community will do to you. What this community will do to itself. You know, they branched off and made Vloggerheads, and you said it yourself, what a magnificent failure that was. You ended up doing all the exact same things, all the exact same drama, and it was horrible, and people left, and people didn't do it. I mean, yeah, I know there's still people doing it, and people who value it, but ultimately it's not sustainable. And ultimately, I believe there is a larger faction, a larger group of people out there who want more, who want to share their photos, to share their videos, their shows, their shorts, their music, and not have to do it like this. So the point of KRUMBINATION is to support that community, to inspire that community, and to encourage that community. And I have to tell you this, as I'm rebooting the Talking Head series in the form of webcams, which, again, immensely proud of. It's completely community driven, and it's completely sourced through the KRUMBINATION network. I post like conversation starters, and I read comments, and I gather all these notes, and I base my scripts on that, and it's such. If you ever spent any time writing anything, you know what writer's block is like, and it is amazing to have this entire website dedicated to fighting that writer's block. I go there and I will find a story idea for a webcam script like that, done, and I'll have a script ready to go instantaneously. So it's this community completely sources the production of webcams. Once I write the script, I post it to that community. First come, first serve. If you want to be on that show, and be seen wherever you get posted on YouTube, then you have to be on KRUMBINATION. You have to respond to that script, because that's what where can you post a script on YouTube? You can't post a script on YouTube. It doesn't work that way. So that you know, it's a new environment, and it's a new concept. And for people rooted in this idea of vlogging, it's a little bit of a foreign concept. The webcam show, and then this is KRUMBINATION. I can't say that I've ever been so proud of a video that all I did was edit. I mean, I just, and I barely do that. I just kind of assemble these clips, and it's everything that other people have created, and we don't limit it to videos. I mean, yes, it is a video, so ultimately everything comes together, rises up to a video form, but we're talking about these amazing photos, music that you got to go to these the Slacktiveaction. I mean, you got MIDI punk, and I mean, you can look at some of this music murpled by Slacktiveaction. He's playing a guitar with 3 strings on it, and he's just fretting it, and it's a beautiful piece of work. And then when it was set to a poem that was written and the photos of the week, it just became this beautiful segment that I am proud of, and I'm proud of everybody in the community who participated in that segment. And you can't say that about Vloggerheads. And it's getting harder and harder and harder to say that about YouTube. I can't say anything else in this video without saying that all of this has been a long time coming. And probably one of the most important things is that Krumbination wasn't necessarily my idea. I love it, and I'm glad it was named after me, but the actual name came from someone else, and the concept itself grew out of the production of Talking Heads, which was an internet show about people talking to each other through their webcams, and that's what webcams is now. But the point is, you know, none of that could have ever happened if it wasn't for the community, the creative community on YouTube, and these are the people who are now on KRUMBINATION. And I'm honored to continue to be able to continue working with them. More importantly, give me a break, man, Victor. I had all of this in my head back when we did YouTube Rejects, and it kills me that I didn't have more inspiration and more mojo to get this done then, because I'm afraid. And I haven't talked to you, Victor, so I don't know for sure. But I'm afraid, like, you've really gone and established who you are and what you're doing on YouTube. So it's harder. The screen just went black. But back then, I mean, give me a break, man. It was your name, you know. You gave people breaks, and what KRUMBINATION needs right now, that sadly I'm not there. I can't provide that yet. We need a distribution partner on YouTube. We need someone like Gimme a Break Man to host our content. We need to host This is KRUMBINATION and webcams and say this is what is possible on YouTube, and this is what we on YouTube are forgetting about. I have to give him full credit. Victor, Christopher Mast, these guys who saw that potential originally in Talking Heads and helped cultivate it through their respective miniseries, and then cultivate that community that gathered around the show. We wrapped up Talking Heads, YouTube Rejects, by saying it was more than just a show. It's a concept. It's a way of making a show, collaborating with people throughout the world, and making a show, just people talking through their webcams. There's nothing genius about it. It's obvious, and it came together, and it was perfectly executed. And this creative community that wants to be inventive, be imaginative, and you know, that this is a tool for them. And that's what KRUMBINATION is. It's a concept. It's a concept that says this is what's possible on the internet. You don't have to just sit in front of your webcam and blab about your day. There's so much more. It might not be massive recognition, but I'll tell you what, you post there, you're posting to 40, 50 members who are genuinely interested in seeing what you have. And for a lot of people on YouTube right now, that's a lot more than what, you know, the trick subscriptions, you know, the trickle-down subscriptions. That's a lot more than any kind of audience people are going to get that way, through the trickle-down subscription. It's a hard concept to grasp, I think, for again, people who are rooted in this vlogging mentality, and certainly people who are established partners. But I still think it's good. I believe it's good. And God damn it, I'm pretty fucking excited about it.